Fourth quarter action to go. And we are on payoff period time. A 5-point advantage for Ginebra. Alaska giving up an 11-point differential in the third, Coach.
Right, but it's really a poor defense by Alaska in that quarter. That turned the game around, really.
Ginebra now down. Their lead is now cut down to 3, rather. Pringle, Mariano, Thompson, Aguilar, and Jeff Chan are the 5. Or, no, rather, that is Chan, Mariano, Thompson, Aguilar, and Pringle, the 5.
Vic Manuel should be rested. I don't think he's played a lot of minutes. Unlike Pringle plays like 40 minutes for Ginebra.
Aguilar dumps it inside. Mariano with the reverse. He's fouled, and that'll mean 2 charities for him. And, you know, we've been saying it a while ago. This is the 4th game of the PBA today. A shout out to all of the PBA staff, the stats crew and everyone, from the referees. Because if the players are tired from going 4 days in a row, these stats guys and the whole staff, they've been doing it the whole day, Coach.
Right, the whole day, and this is for the PBA fans.
Yes.
They're doing this all for the PBA fans.
So shout out to them. Thank you guys for really putting in a whole lot of work here today. 62-58. Ginebra up by 4. Hanmisi. Now to Vic Manuel. Jumper is good.
That should be a good sign for Alaska because they need Vic Manuel to start really asserting himself on offense.
Chan. Pringle against Hanmisi. Mariano looking for a friend. Finds Thompson against Rob Herndon. Gets it back to Mariano, who will get it off of the glass. And that makes it a 4-point game again. Here's Herndon on the other end. Manuel able to corral it. Gasho all the way. He'll have 2 free throws. He has only 1 point in this game.
Right. The last game, I think, he showed it was about 6 points. And lately, he's really having a hard time finding his scoring.
You saw a while ago that play with Scotty Thompson is our amazing play of the quarter, brought to you by Smart. Experience the next level speeds with Smart 5G. Prince Capiral ready to head back into the game. Tenorio as well.
Because Casio is a jump shooter, so if you're a jump shooter, you need more legs.
More legs.
Yeah, and of course, the older I'm not saying it's old. I mean, the older you get, the weaker your legs become. So especially if you're a jump shooter, you need to strengthen your legs a little bit more and your arms, so that the strength will not solely come from your legs.
I don't think I worked out any of those. That's why I never had a shot. That's why I'm just calling games. Here's Prince Capiral missing the 3. Rebound for Tenorio. Inside, tapped around. It ends up with Maverick Hanmisi. Rob Herndon up ahead, and he'll get the 2 to tie the ball game up.
That bad transition defense by Ginebra. I'm sure Coach Tim is mad. They didn't get down on defense. It's all right to miss a shot.
Thompson. Capiral. Back to Thompson with 5 on the shot clock. Scotty almost taken away. Japet back to Scotty at the buzzer. That's 24, too long.
Oh, it didn't reach.
And we are gearing up for a tight one all the way to the end. And this is what you're talking about, Coach. Nobody came down to play transition defense.
Nobody came down on defense. And again, we always harp on Do not give up any easy points, and a fast break is one of those easy points. And all you need to do is just get back on defense.
Herndon, step back. Can't get it. Rebound for Scotty. 9 minutes to go in the game. Tenorio to Japet against Rodney Brundial. Hoop in the harm.
That's always going to be open, especially with the roll on the sideline ball pick is always going to be open, especially if the way Alaska is defending the ball pick on the wing.
And of
They
course,
slide show a little bit, the pocket pass will always be open.
fantastically called there, and that is our dream move of the game, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And that's what Japet is. He's just so good at that pick and roll.
Right, that's why teams now, on the sideline ball pick, push them to the side. I mean, they won't make them go to the middle. That's how to take that away.
Gasho.
Sure, same thing. There, it's going to be wide open, really.
Rodney Brundial showing his version of it, and he ties the game up at 66.
Yeah, that's because Alaska and Ginebra are playing the same type of defense on a wing ball pick.
Japet inside. Gets the seal and the finish.
All right, now with 8 minutes to go, it's all about execution already. And so far, both teams are executing very well in the fourth quarter.
Gasho steps in, finds Anmisi. Into Tratter, he is rejected. So 6 on the 24 with the shade under 8 minutes to go.
Was Alaska saying it's a foul? No.
Well, so a stack here for Alaska. 5-4 now on the shot clock. Herndon for 3, got it. Nicely making it 69 to 68.
Step back. He made a step back into the 2 points, but he missed it. Now he makes a step back to the 3 and makes it.
Some players just like it a little further out.
That's right. That's right.
Tenorio to Chan. Jump shot. Rebound is tapped around. It ends up with Gasho. Lead is back with Alaska. Tratter against Tolentino. Herndon for 3 again. Brundial trying to save it. It goes to Tenorio. Inside, Capiral. He's rejected, but a foul is called. Not a single member of Alaska agreed with that call.
Because Capiral it's like he just threw the ball and the ref called the foul. And we'll see.
So Capiral will head to the free throw line for 2.
Here it is.
Prince going for the layup. So it will be a sideline inbound. It's no free throws.
No free throws, yeah.
7:04 remaining in the fourth. Pringle against Herndon. Stanley kicks it out. Capital. Back to Pringle. Tenorio wide open. No. Rebound ends up with Vic Manuel. Taken away by Scotty, though, who's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, you shouldn't take things for granted when Scott is around you.
Look at Vic grabbing the rebound, but Scotty always in the right place at the right time, making the right play. Nice. Ten, 8, 5, and 2. Wow, man. Scotty everywhere on the floor today. 70 to 69. Ginebra back in the driver's seat. Anmisi. Pick from Manuel. Wide open for 3. Just can't get it. Maverick Anmisi still continuously struggling from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he used to make that shot, when he was in rain or shine. It's just not going in now.
Miss from Pringle means Alaska on the counter attack. Nisi has the ball stripped. Still alive until it's not anymore.
He should have run to the corner three. He went inside. I mean, that's the way you should run a break.
Instead, it will be a turnover and Ginebra will have possession. 14 turnovers. You were talking about it, the 22 turnovers of Ginebra.
Yes.
In the last game, that was the reason why they lost that. Now they've only had 9.
And they're leading by 1. Have a chance to win tonight.
Despite the atrocious shooting in the first half.
Exactly. You compound it. You shoot poorly, plus you turn the ball over, you compound your offense.
Tenorio gets that one to push the lead up to 3. Iron Man getting involved in the scoring now. Rondial asking for it. Instead goes to Manuel. What a pass by Maverick Anmisi.
Yeah, that's a great pass. Perfect.
So the lead is down to 1. Pringle. Tenorio now. Maverick Anmisi completes the steal and he will go all rejected. But Di Gregorio is there to make sure that fast break will end up in points. But what an effort by Arvin Tolentino.
What an effort, but nobody trailed. The white guys trailed, but no red guys trailed.
Lead swings back to the Aces. Caperal for 3. Got it!
What a time to come. That's his second out of 6.
So lead swings back to Ginebra. Back and forth we go. Manuel, pull-up jumper. That looked good, but here comes Pringle and he's fouled. Stopping the break there is Anmisi.
Yeah, they were asking for an advantage foul, but there was nobody ahead of Stanley.
Let's take a look at this three-pointer by Prince Caperal. Just keep shooting. That's what they tell him.
Right. Just keep shooting. If you're open, shoot it.
I think they're reviewing it, but you take a look at the three-point shooting. Both of these two teams are the top three-point shooting teams in the league. It's just not falling for either of them here today, except for Prince Caperal in those last 2 attempts.
Maybe they know, because if they read the stats, they're the best three-point shooting. Let's take away the three-point shot.
We'll cut to a break. We'll be back right here at PBA Rush. Don't go anywhere.
This program is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Idol, pa-selfie naman!
The all-new Airblade 150, the cutting edge.
Marami mang mga pagkikitang pilit na ipinagpapaliban. Sa pagkakalayo natin, mas naunawaan ang tibay ng ating samahan. Tanduay Rum, world's #1 rum. Tibay ng loob, tibay Tanduay.
Take a look at the dynamic duo of Scotty Thompson and Japet Aguilar. I mean, when you get a double-double from your guard and your forward, you're a happy coach.
For sure. I mean, double score, double rebounds. That's a perfect combination already right there, because you won't worry about rebounding anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get most of the rebounds and they can score. So
they're perfect from the field. They're worth 50% from the field combined. That's
Right.
There's nothing more that you would want.
50%. How can someone score 50% in an average?
Yeah.
In an average. Yeah.
The only problem was they weren't able to come away with that one, with a win in that one against Rain or Shine. They're looking to change their fortunes in this one against the Alaska Aces, as it has again been another tight game going back and forth in terms of lead changes between Alaska and Ginebra.
Well, Alaska's been playing really well. Now I know why they're up there 5-3. They're very patient with their offense. They know who to go to. They don't take a lot of bad shots, so their system is solid.
Tenorio. Aguilar now in the post. Against Brundial and Manuel. He's fouled and he'll get 2 free throws. 4:20 on the clock.
Coach Tim is one of the best off the timeout coaches that in the Philippines that I have seen. He seems to be able to get the shot that he wants off the timeout most of the time. Of course, not all of the time, but most of the time.
I mean, if you're going to use a timeout, you might as well use it for the betters, right? Get a shot up.
Yeah, and you don't know who they're going to. You might have Stanley Pringle, but he goes to someone else.
This time around, they went to Japet, who misses the first and misses the second as well. Scotty Thompson, though, gets the rebound, but he's stripped away. Alaska down by 2. They have Herndon, Brundial, De Gregorio, Manuel, and Anmisi on the floor with 4 minutes remaining. Manuel against Aguilar, fading and making.
And then there was a double team coming from the baseline, but he still makes the shot. It's Vic Manuel's show now, the last 3 minutes.
Pringle, who scored 20 points in the first half, has only needed to score 2 in this second. Missed there by Thompson. Here comes Anmisi on the other end. Maverick to Vic, sidestepping. Foul, hoop and the harm. The muscle man coming up big.
Sidestep, great sidestep move. And a foul.
He knew how to get the contact. Just throwing it up. How do you stop that?
You can't. I mean, he's got momentum, then all of a sudden he makes a sidestep, creates contact.
Sometimes divine intervention is the last thing that you have on your side. Alaska not able to take advantage of the three-point play, but here's Stanley on the other end. How do you stop that?
Yeah. He's great at that hop step move. Yeah.
It's just amazing to see what he can do on the floor. Rodney Brundial in and out for him. So we're tied up at 77 with 3 minutes to go.
I'll milk that wing ball pick. I can get a shot anytime.
Here's Tenorio. Looking for Japet. They go inside to Thompson. Scotty trying to find Prince Capiral. Taken away by Alaska. Manuel in the open floor. Sidestepping and missing there. Coach Jeff Carriazo asking for a foul. None given. Pringle all the way. Hoop and the harm on that side. So Ginebra will take a 2-point advantage with 2.5 to go. This is Manuel's drive. Thompson on the other end. And then on this side, Pringle challenged heavily by Brundial, and that is a hoop and the harm. So a 3-point play opportunity for Stan the Man.
Yeah, that hurt Alaska. Layup miss and then a possible 3-point play on the other end of the floor.
That could be a 5-point swing right there. Yes, it is. 5-point swing, and Coach Jeff Carriazo will call a timeout. 80-77 is the score. 3-point advantage for the Ginebra Gin Kings. We have a full timeout being called. We'll be right back.
Makulit ako, lalo na sa pagbigay ng Alaska sa umaga. May pro-growth nutrients, tulong para buo ang lakas. May choline at DHA, tulong para buo ang talas. Dahil ang makulit, maalaga. Makulit ako, lalo na sa pagbigay ng Alaska sa umaga. May pro-growth nutrients, tulong para buo ang lakas. May choline at DHA, tulong para buo ang talas. Dahil ang makulit, maalaga.
The Alaska Aces were in a double-digit advantage early on in this game in the first quarter and in the second. Then they dropped into a hole, but Vic Manuel is trying to pull them right back out of it. 17-6-3. Vic Manuel coming alive here in the fourth period.
Yes, he should. He knows that he's the go-to guy of Alaska, especially at this fourth quarter junction with a little over 2 minutes to go. And he knows he has to be able to score.
This is why this game is very important. They are neck and neck in the standings. If the playoffs started right now, they'd be facing each other. So they want to make sure that they have the upper hand in this tournament, which is that twice-to-beat advantage.
Right, especially Alaska. If he gets to 6, he's an automatic in the playoffs already. Now, at least peace of mind. I'm in the playoffs. My next target will be top 4.
Yes. And they are also running out of games. So what could have been a big plus for them in terms of nearing the end of the elimination rounds, they're running out of games that they could potentially get that very vital win number 6. They are down by 3, but they do have possession with 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here is Mike Di Gregorio. 4 on the clock now. Has to throw it up. Di Gregorio misses. Rodney Brundiel trying to chase it down. It is last touched off of him. Pringle able to save it and give possession to BGSM.
Yeah, they took so long in developing that play. I don't know what they wanted to do, but Coach Jeff was mad that it wasn't run the way he wanted it to be.
So we're into the last 2 minutes of this one. Pringle to Aguilar, now ends up with Thompson with 7 on the shot clock again. Tenorio asking for it. They go to Pringle with 3 on the shot clock. Stanley has to wrap it around at the buzzer. Tenorio got it!
That's divine intervention.
That's exactly what we were talking about. 100 seconds remaining, and it's a 6-point advantage now for Ginebra. Herndon. Casio. Alaska needs some offense here. Ball is loose. Stanley with the steal. Stanley all the way, and it's an 8-point game.
Yeah, since the timeout, since they got the timeout where they couldn't get a good shot, everything just fell apart.
What a turnaround it has been for the Ginebra Gin Kings in this stretch. An 8-0 run, and that is the separation between the teams.
I mean, it went in, it went in.
Yeah.
I mean, you did the best you can on the defense, it went in.
And this is on the other end. Pringle, goodbye. So it's now an 8-point lead for Stanley Pringle and the rest of the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. 8-0 run. Oh, so they're not going to count the Tenorio 3-pointer. They're not going to... No basket.
Why?
Shot clock.
Oh, okay. That's divine intervention.
That's
again.
divine intervention.
The other way around.
Yeah, the other way around. That's right. That's right. So I think we're waiting for the confirmation, but they did say it, right? So it's going to be 82-77. A 5-point game. This gives a little bit more of a door opening for the Alaska Aces. Let's take a look at that 3-pointer again and see if indeed... Oh, yeah, that's that's not counted.
Right.
Divine intervention indeed, Coach.
That's good. There's a replay, so you can make the right call.
Mm-hmm. And that was the right call. So Alaska just needs to chip away at 5 points here. They got 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. And you see there, they only have one more timeout remaining.
Yeah, so they should be able to score here because they only have one timeout left.
Manuel caught in no man's land. Di Gregorio pull up from long 2 and he hits it.
All right. 3 points, lots of time.
An eternity of basketball to go is 1 minute remaining in this fourth period.
Don't make him go right.
Thompson drives, kicks Mariano against Manuel. Japet with the offensive rebound. Gets the basket.
That's what Japet is there for. His length really is an advantage in the rebounds.
Manuel all the way. No rebound by Brundial.
Second effort.
30 seconds to go. You don't need to foul yet, right, Coach?
No. Shot clock is differential is 10 seconds.
So it's just some honest defense. Pringle finds a hole off the glass. No, rebound is tapped out. It will be Alaska ball, but they will review it.
Review. So, 3 points. Gather your team. You can you can run a play, whatever your play is.
13 seconds remaining. They're going to review it. Let's take a look at the play. Pringle with a miss.
That's right.
Ooh.
It could be a first look. My first look is Alaska ball. My first look.
Ooh, that looked like that might have been off of Rodney.
Yeah.
Right on his index finger.
Right.
Obviously, both teams will point to their own sides. This is the perfect. Oh, yeah. I think that was it. I think that was the angle.
The video will not lie.
Yeah, and see, you saw Rodney's face.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. What an angle. Fantastic work by our crew inside the Angeles University Foundation Arena, powered by Smart 5G. Fantastic angles by our team.
All crew, all angles, back, side, front. But they should be able to know it's foul. Did they foul or I mean, if they know it's not their ball.
Yeah. So they're talking here. Referees having all the angles taken a look at. And it will be Ginebra ball. What an angle that we got there. Look at our team. So Ginebra with possession, 12.9 seconds to go. Now you foul, right, Coach?
Sorry?
Do you foul immediately?
Yeah, now you foul.
No traps, none of that? No.
You can, if you have something, you can trap one time, and then if you don't steal the ball, then you foul. But you still got just a shade under 13 seconds to go. Tenorio. Like now, you
almost
can
take it
trap
away.
now. You can trap.
Ooh, and Pringle forced to call a timeout.
Yep.
That was the trap that you were talking about, Coach.
So you can trap one time, and then if they're able to pass out, then you foul.
So a timeout is called on the floor. It's a 30-seconder. Ginebra with possession, with a 3-point lead. And Coach Tim Cohn, you said it yourself, Coach, one of the best out of timeouts type of coach. This is his forte, and he just needs one basket to pretty much put this game on ice.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Coach Tim should just give the ball to his best free throw shooter. Because he knows he'll get fouled. So whoever that is, either it is Scotty Thompson or Pringle or LA, whoever he thinks his best free throw shooter is, just make him get the ball.
And I know a lot of people might be wondering, I mean, it's not easy. How hard is it to inbound the ball? In this type of situation, it's very difficult to inbound the ball.
It's very difficult because you're drawing. I mean, the drawing will work, but the guy inbounding the ball is a little bit pressured.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll have a tunnel vision and you can't see anything clearly, really.
So the trigger man will be Scotty Thompson. He's joined by Jeff Chan, Eli Tenorio, Stanley Pringle, and Japet Aguilar. 11.6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Ginebra with a 3-point advantage. Alaska looking for a steal.
Yeah, Alaska will trap one more time here, according to the position that they are in.
Oh, and great defense by the Aces, forcing Ginebra to call another timeout. All right, we'll be back with the remaining 11.6 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Learning never stops.
Learn at home through DepEd TV on Signal and satellite for free. DepEd TV is open to all Signal and satellite subscribers, even without load. Catch DepEd TV on Signal Channel 149 and Satellite Channel 189. Also available for free on Signal Play for Android and iOS users.
Back here on PBA Rush, and as you see, Ginebra in another huddle, trying to get the right play drawn up. They had a chance a while ago, but they were stopped by the inbound defense of Alaska. You were talking about it's a weird position to be inbounding the ball, no, Coach?
Yeah, it's your angle of the pass is, if you're going to the outside, it's dangerous because once it's stolen, it's all the way layup, and there is not much space in the corner because you're below the free throw line. Extended, you're below, so there's not much. So the only thing that's open really is right to the elbow of the free throw line. That's what's going to be open.
Let's see if that's where Ginebra is going to go. Pringle is in the post. They changed the inbound man to Jeff Chan now to be doing the inbound, just a little bit more size. And there it was.
It's right there where Pringle is. That's where the open spot is, where Pringle was. Which is where Coach Tim, I think, wanted the ball to because he's the best free throw shooter.
So Casio is the one that will give up the foul. Free throws will be awarded to L.A. Tenorio. He had that three-pointer taken away from him a while ago. But he has two opportunities here to make this a two-possession ball game. So Tenorio will have two charities. One could seal it. There it is, 85 to 81. 10.6 seconds to go. And Tenorio will have one more. So Aljon Mariano will come in for defensive purposes. Tenorio going to try and make it a 5-point game. Alaska with a 5 wins out of their last 6 games streak on the line. Tenorio back irons it. Rebound is last touched off of Anmisi, and it will remain with Ginebra. They will review it, but that could break the back right there, Coach.
Yeah, it's not gonna help, but yeah, I think that's over. It's over.
Yeah, that's off of Anmisi easily, and he knew it right away. And you see just the wind taken out of Maverick Anmisi right there.
But they played well. I mean, they're 5-4. 2 games to go. All they have to do is just win 1 out of the 2, and they'll be in the top 8. Win 2, you could probably be at the top 4.
So inbound now for Ginebra with 8.5 remaining in terms of seconds. Tenorio foul on Casio, trying to keep Pringle from moving out, and immediately that'll mean free throws for Ginebra. It was not a pretty game, Coach, but that's what they say. If you want to win a championship, you want to win, in the playoffs, you have to win these kind of games.
Correct.
These are the ones that you need to really take home a W from.
That's right. There are many games that you have to grind it out. It's not going to be pretty. You're not playing well. Whatever the reason is, you have to grind games out. Just keep, just dig, and then grind games out and try to win. That's why Coach Tim is such he's such a great coach, because his team was not playing well, but still managed to win today's game.
The
And,
ones
yeah.
that like this are the ones that, like we were saying a while ago with the TNT team, these are the ones that build character in a team, right? And you're coming off of 2 straight losses. You never needed one of these kinds of wins as well.
That's correct, yes. And then TNT, after a loss, and blows the other team out. So, as you said, yeah, it builds character. They choose not to give up. Now, about Alaska, of course, Coach Jeff is new, so new situations, new learnings, and the players also.
Yes.
Everything is new. So they'll develop into a strong team, stronger team as the season goes on. Especially if they do, and especially if they're in the top 8, they will need this type of games to learn from.
We got a timeout on the floor. 87-81 is the score. We'll be back.
Calling all postpaid cable subscribers. Enjoy these channels when you switch to Signal's most awesome plan ever. Free 3-month subscription, activation fee, installation, exclusive channels, and more. Switch to Signal Postpaid now.
(87-81), Barangay Ginebra in a 6-point lead. But this game has had so many storylines, whether it was the first half where Ginebra could not buy a bucket, or Alaska pretty much copying exactly what happened to Ginebra in the second half. Tale of 2 different halves. It just came down to who could execute it in the crunch time, and that has been the Gin Kings.
Yeah, because they've been there so many times, so they know what it takes, even if you are not playing well. While Alaska, on the other hand, they're fairly new, and they're a new team. I mean, together, so they still have a lot to learn, and this will help them later on.
Mike Di Gregorio misses the 3. Herndon will try one last one to bring down the quotient, and it's no good. 87-81 is the final score. Barangay Ginebra came into this game with 2 straight losses, but their fortune has been turned around with a fantastic showing by Stanley Pringle, who is our dream player of the game. Brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Coach